Serving for a 2-set-to-love lead, Djokovic. He's only lost 4 points on serve so far.
15 off.
It does not look like he's hitting that serve very, very hard, but that's a full-on 125 miles an hour.
It was effortless, wasn't it? Back looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Late second service.
Federer's back was tight after his match with Tsonga. Went straight into an ice bath. He kept the press waiting a long time. Long massage. It's the only thing that's blighted Federer, his lower back. It's certainly given a severe test. Djokovic's overconfidence continues.
Yeah, as much as I want to spend a day in Roger Federer's shoes, I think the next 4 is not... Those are not the 4 days I want to be in his shoes. Married tomorrow night with Novak Djokovic waiting. Physically, that's a very daunting task for anyone on this surface.
Wow. The forehand cross-court angle was amazing, wasn't it?
40-15.
It's the softening of the point. They just made Ferrer suffer. 2 set points.
Again.
6-2, 6-2 in an hour and 3 minutes.
Djokovic 6 games to 2. New balls, please.
Well, the task has got ever more difficult for Ferrer. He's come from 2 sets down 4 times. Is anybody in this Rod Laver arena, do you at home believe he can do it a 5th time?
No,
New balls.
He should really try and change something. Learn something from this match, except that he's light years away from these guys. And that could be go for shots, anything.
I mean, we talked, Matt, I suggested to you when he played Nadal, he came to the net a lot in New York. You mentioned the match here when he was slightly injured, Nadal, but he's come to the net so far in the match 5 times for in 2 sets. He's won 1 set against Djokovic in the majors. The time they played in the majors in 4 meetings, and that was the set 1 with the aid of the tornado that played havoc with, well, conditions and Novak's mind. He's 5 times to the net.
That's a pointless rally.
15-30.
It really doesn't. It's hard to say that David Ferrer's heart is not in it, but it isn't. It's not in these matches. I really refuse to believe that, because he wouldn't play like that if it was.
30 all.
The unfortunate thing is that David Ferrer is such a great guy and nice person and great competitor that he most probably feels responsible for it being a decent match. Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. It's a wonderful rally.
30-40.
But
Isn't that insanity?
Yeah.
Do the same thing and expect a different result.
it's routine, really.
First game, third set.
2 sets and a break. Pattern continues. More diesel. He looks so relaxed, Djokovic, because he's just absolutely positive he's going to win the match.
He's 100% sure. Yeah. And he's even playing within himself, so there's no chance of injury. There's no chance of anything happening to Novak Djokovic right now. Unless he steps on a ball.
Yeah.
Or hits himself in the knee or something weird. But yeah, and it's not that David Ferrer doesn't have the firepower. He should learn from when Novak sometimes pulls the trigger after 2 shots. Because David Ferrer does have the firepower, but he works himself up to hitting that hard shot, and it's usually after 7 or 8 strikes. And by then, Novak Djokovic is bulletproof, so he needs to pull the trigger as a surprise. Maybe straight away, second shot. And that's what the lesser players can't handle. The fact that David Ferrer is so predictable in the way he plays, and they know what it's coming. They know how much time it's going to take, and they can't deal with it.
Better time for the drop shot, but what a pickup.
Yeah, great. Again, leg speed by David Ferrer.
15 all.
Yeah, and that applause that he got from that really warms him up. And that's what I mean. He's too good a guy.
Sixth ace.
30-15.
Way inside the court at the finish. Ditto.
And isn't that, again, the sign of somebody who's a champion? Is
40-15.
the long rally was an investment into the future for Djokovic. Whether he wins it or not, he knows he's going to win the next, was probably 3 out of 4 points, because Ferrer is slightly out of breath. He doesn't let it bother him that he, in fact, lost that great point.
Game, Djokovic.
Ferrer is done after that rally.
Djokovic leads 2 games to love.
Oh, I feel bad for David Ferrer, though.
And again, commentary boxes are unbeaten around the world. He's had plenty of opportunity to think about the plan he's going to take into the next attempt. That's the point I think we're trying to stress, isn't it? It's a half smile on the lips of Djokovic and a full one on Marian Viders.
Challenge, please.
It wasn't.
Oh, don't rub it in.
No 15.
Yeah.
Ferrer.
No 30.
Ouch.
Ferrer has 2 challenges from many.
That's a bad sign too. I don't think I've ever seen him drop a ball on his foot. Out of sync.
Oh, yes.
This is now becoming, just as an individual performance, a bit special right now from Djokovic.
Love 40.
In the zone.
Boy, oh boy. 6 out of 6 on the break points. 6-2, 6-2, 3-love.
Djokovic leads.
That's a pretty savage scoreline against the world number 5, who is going to be world number 4 on Monday, and Spain's number 1. Boy. 4 games conceded so far. And he's just putting the top 3 with Nadal's absence even further away in the locker room. But Ferrer can only get 4 games.
The thing is, we keep seeing these matches, though, when David Ferrer gets to the semi-finals in general. Andy Murray did it to David Ferrer here a couple of years ago when David Ferrer beat Rafael Nadal in the quarterfinals. Murray did it to him in the semis. And how the other guys behind Ferrer, they don't see that. Seems very strange to me.